You can tell that I don't have my Model X right now, and I wanted to leave you guys something. We are getting ready to head out, and a storm is brewing right now as we speak. So here's the deal. We already drove down here to Florida, and it took us, basically 9 hours. So we spent roughly 2 hours charging. We're gonna leave the Tampa area with a full charge and see what happens from there. All right, over and out. Also, another thing I want to add, I have to say that it's a good thing that I'm using a 100D, because it's got to be tough to do these road trips in anything less. I really think the sweet spot is, not only is it going to be like a real world range of 500, but the charge times, once again, I've said this many times before, the charge times need to get faster. The charge times need to be like, 5 minutes to get 100 miles of range. You know what I mean? When we get to something like that, or even 200 miles of range in 5 minutes, that would be great. And I think that that would make things a lot better. But anyway, we're gonna head out now, and I will be giving you more updates, but for now I'm just gonna shoot a video over of this video. Well, there's a first time for everything. I have never seen this happen before. Really haven't driven the car for almost 48 hours, and we get back in, I got a green screen for reverse, so it's a good thing I'm old school when I use the mirrors. Here we are, we just started supercharging it, saying we gotta sit for 50 more minutes. I must admit, seeing my car makes me wish I were in it right now for the drive, but can't give up the 100 kilowatt, because that's going to allow us to go further. We're over here at Wawa. Okay, it's 5:25 p.m. and we are going to leave. This is what we have to start with. So, and this is what it's saying it's going to take. We shall see. Okay, so we are leaving Firehouse Subs over here by the supercharger. The car is more than ready to go. It only needed 15 minutes, not even, to get back to enough charge to make it to Tifton, Georgia. So that will be our next stop, and I believe it is about 2 hours from here. So here we go. And by the way, I highly recommend the meatball sub from Firehouse Subs. It's really good. Let's see. So we'll have 37% when we get to Tifton, which is really good. It's 819. We got 78 miles of range out of this charge. So, okay, time to get on the road. So used to the door closing for me. I think your door's open here. Oh, another thing I want to mention real quick is it basically dropped 20 degrees since we started out. So when we left Florida, or the location that we were in Florida, because we're still in Florida, when we left Tampa, it was 82 degrees. It is now 62 degrees Fahrenheit, so it has dropped 20 degrees. Here we are on Boo Drive. I am so glad we don't have to stop anymore. Let's get out of here. We are now less than an hour from finishing this commute, as you can see. So that will conclude the videos for this trip. It's looking like we can get this taken care of in an 8-hour time period, which isn't too bad. As you can see, it is now 42 degrees Fahrenheit here in Atlanta. I am back home now. I'm now charging the car back up. Here is the final summary. Been home for a good 10 minutes or better. So this was an 8-hour trip. We made multiple stops. This concludes the trip back from Tampa, Florida.